So welcome to another video, and today we're going to be taking a deeper look into the Filmora video editing software. Now this is a tutorial video for beginners who want to learn how to edit on Filmora. Now before we get into our video, we have a quick word from our sponsor. Now the Filmora video editing platform is very easy to use and very beginner friendly, as it's very easy to navigate throughout its outline when editing. This software provides many tools that you guys can use when you're editing that are very easy and simple to implement. They also offer a stock footage website that you guys can go in and download certain footage or audio that you guys can easily put in your videos when you're editing. Now Filmora is offering a free trial so you guys can use this software, but I do think it's a good investment in using Filmora if you want to buy it for any purposes, either for content creation on YouTube or any other content platform. So go to their website and try it out for yourself. I'll have both links in the description underneath that like button. But with that said, let's get started with the video. Okay guys, so right now we're in Filmora, and this is basically the main layout and design of the editing software. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to navigate through with the simple design, making everything easy to find. Now as you can see, we have our media folders that we're going to be importing our media in. We have our timeline, which is going to hold our video and audio tracks, and we have our preview window that's going to be used to see our video as we do some edits. Now the first thing that we're going to do is actually import the videos. Now in order to do that, all we have to do is just click on the little import folder icon, and a new window should pop up of all your files that you're going to be using. Now I'm going to be using some stock footage from Filmora, so all we have to do is just find that and just select it and just open the file. Now a different way to import files into Filmora is by actually left clicking and then selecting import. Now this allows you to select multiple files to open them at the same time without going back and forth. So all you have to do is just go to your folder and then just highlight all the files that you're going to be using and then hit open, and then all the files should be exported onto Filmora. Okay guys, so now that we have all of our clips imported, all we have to do is just do some basic editing to our clips, since this is a tutorial for beginners. So right now I do have my separate clips, and we can actually drag these apart. So like I said, this is our video timeline, and underneath right here is going to be our audio timeline. Now these clips do not have no audio attached to them, but this one does. And if you ever find yourself in a case where you have a video clip but you want to remove the noise, you can actually right click on the video clip, and we got the option to mute the clip or to detach the audio. And once you detach the audio, you can actually delete it. But I do want the audio for this part of the clip, so I'm just going to leave it on. So like I said before, we're just going to do some basic editing, and we're just going to look some of the clips that I got from Filmora's library that I'm actually using for this tutorial. And like I said before, I will leave all the links to download Filmora and their stock footage in the description. Now to the next part is actually trimming the video. Now if there's a start or stop time that you have on your video and you want to trim to that, one easy way to do it is actually to go to the end of the video and select on that, and you should have this little cursor that if you just click and drag, and you can actually make it shorter to the custom length time that you wanted. So I can leave it about right here, and if I ever want to go back, all I have to do is just drag it out. But I'm going to leave it at this length, and I'm just going to leave all the other clips the same. Okay, so now what we have to do is just go back to our beginning, and we're just going to put these two clips together. Now that we got those two clips together, we're just going to add a little transition. Now what I like about Filmora is their easy template and outline they have, because you can find everything pretty easily over here, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. So all we have to do is just click on transitions and just pick one of the many transitions they have. We're just going to choose this one. Now all you have to do is just click and then drag it to the timeline right in the beginning, in between of both of the clips, and you can actually adjust the amount of it, and we'll just set it there. And now we can preview that little transition. Now that we placed that transition in there, we can go ahead and drag our second clip and put it right underneath it. Now once we got that underneath, we can pick one of these other transitions so we can add it. Now we also have some options. We got our basics, our speed blur, and all of these other styles of transitions. So I'm just gonna use our speed blur, and I'm just going to choose this one. And like I said again, all you have to do is drag and drop into the video that you want to use it for. Now what we can do is actually preview our transitions that we made. So that was just a little preview of how these transitions would work. Now of course here in the editing there's a little bit of lag, but once you export, the final result will be clear and smooth. Now back to our media, all we have left to do is just add our music. Now I'm just gonna go right click and we're just gonna hit import, which will take us to our computer files, and we just cut a pic. Now a voiceover that you did for a video or any background music that you guys want to add into your videos. All we have to do is just choose a file and hit open. Once that is done, all we have to do is just select on the file and just drag it down here into the audio track. Once that is done, all we have to do is trim it. Now if you want to zoom in, zoom out in the timeline track, it's pretty easy to do so. So all you have to do is just come up here and just select this slider, and we're just gonna zoom out a little bit. And we're just gonna select on the music file and just drag it like how we did before. Once that is done, we can just go back to this little slider on the top and just zoom in to our footage. Now all we have to do is just adjust our audio. So one way to do this is actually you can go select your audio, and then you can hover over this little line up here and just click and drag and move it down to the bottom however loud you want it. So I'm just going to leave it at -1.23 and just adjust it however loud you want it to be. Another way to edit your audio is actually by coming to this little settings up here. Now what you want to do is just make sure you have your audio or the clip selected, and then just go to this little settings bar. This will open a new window just for audio. Now what's cool about this, it gives you some settings so you can edit your audio. Now what we can do is that we can add a fade in into a certain time, and I'm just going to leave it about right there. And we can add a fade out as well. Now in here we can actually adjust our pitch, equalizer, even remove some background noise. But this clip doesn't have background noise, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now in order to control the volume another way, you can actually come here to the slider. And you can see that the wavelengths in the actual audio file is starting to change. Now I'm just going to leave it here. And once you're done editing all the settings that you want to, all you have to do is just hit OK. We can do the same thing for our clip. So this is our ending clip right here at the end. And we can add a few effects in order to close out the video. Now in order to close out a video, all we have to do is just select our final video clip, and we can add a simple fade out transition. So what we can do is just select that and hit transitions one more time, and we can just find fade and just put it towards the end. And I'll just match it up to the fading of the audio clip down below, and that is pretty much it. Now this was a simple tutorial on showing you the layout of Filmora and how easy it is to use and navigate through all their tools when editing a video. I also showed you how to import some video clips and audio clips and do some very basic editing that you guys can pick up and build upon as you practice your editing on Filmora. Now the final thing to do is just exporting your video. Now all you have to do in order to save or export your video is just go to File, and you can save the project. Now saving the project will save the project file in Filmora, so just in case you need to come back and edit some few stuff, you'll have the file ready to go. So like I said before, just go to File and then hit Save Project As. Now once you got that, all you have to do is just pick a file that you want to save your project to. Once we got that, all we have to do is just hit save. And there you go, you saved a file version of this edit so you can come back and edit it later. Once that is saved, all we have to do is just come up here to this export button and just click on it. Okay, once we hit the little export button, we're just going to be presented with this little window. Now if you do not have an account on Filmora, the little window should pop up for you guys saying that you have to sign in. Now Filmora is actually, like I said before, offering a free trial, so you guys can be using that once you log in so you can export your videos. Now there are some different options to export it, such as the device or even on YouTube, which uploads the video straight onto YouTube once you sign in. But right now we're just going to choose local, just in case if you want to export the video yourself and put it on YouTube or just keep it in general. We're just going to select local. In our format, you guys can choose any format, but I do recommend to choose MP4 since it's the most compatible. Now all we have to do is just name our video. I'm just going to name it City Drone Shot, and now next is the location we want the video saved to. So here you can just actually browse by clicking this little folder icon where you want to save it, and then you can just choose whatever file you want, and then you'll be good to go. Now this is our resolution. Now 1920 by 1080 if you're uploading on YouTube is actually 1080p, so it's really good on YouTube if you're planning to upload this on YouTube. But you can click on settings and you can choose one of the qualities. So we got the best, better, and good, but I'm just going to leave it at better at default. The encoder that my computer is running is basically standard, so H.264, which I do recommend if you have one. Resolution, like I said, depends on your personal preference, but I do recommend to keep it at 1080p. The frame rate is the frame rate based on your footage that you got, so I'll just leave that the same, and anything else that we have up here. Our encoder, AAC, Our channel, which is our audio setting, we'll just leave it at stereo. In the sample rate, I do recommend to put it at 48,000. In the bit rate, it's basically up to you. I'm just going to leave it at default. Now once we got that, we just hit OK, but feel free to pause anywhere in this video if you have to catch up or get some settings. But once we got that, we just hit OK. And this is basically some more settings that it will tell you, like the size of the file and the duration, how long it's gonna take to export the video. Once you got everything set and ready to go, all you have to do is just hit the export button once again, and the export process has started. Now basically once this is done, it will save automatically to your computer and you're set to go. Now the next scene is gonna be basically this footage that I edited so you guys can see the final version. Okay guys, so that was pretty much it for the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to go check out the Filmora's official website so you guys can use the free trial they're offering so you guys can test Filmora out for yourselves. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.